The grand hall of the Galactic Council was alive with the usual cacophony of alien languages, accompanied by the hum of dimensional translators. Captain James Walker stood firm at the center of the sprawling chamber, his Earth Defense Force uniform immaculate, radiating confidence. Surrounding him, thousands of alien representatives filled the tiered seating, their expressions ranging from mild amusement to outright indifference. So intoned the High Counselor, a luminous entity encased in a crystalline form. Earth seeks to present its latest vessel for evaluation and recognition, though filtered through a translator. The mockery in the tone was unmistakable. "Yes," Honorable Council Walker responded, keeping his voice steady. "The Infinity represents humanity's first successful venture into dimensional drive technology." He activated a holographic display, unveiling a sleek spacecraft, a culmination of 15 years of Earth's brightest minds and relentless effort. Scattered laughter rippled through the chamber. A tall, blue-skinned representative with 6 blinking eyes stood, his voice laced with condescension. "They're boasting about a mere spacefold drive? My species mastered fourth-dimensional travel millennia ago." More laughter erupted, echoing through the chamber. Walker's face warmed with quiet indignation, but he maintained his composure. Behind him, First Officer Robert Pine and Chief Engineer Elisa Gray stood silently, their expressions unreadable masks of professionalism. The Infinity Walker continued, his voice rising above the ridicule, "Can navigate the third dimension and access portions of the fourth. We believe." Further development interrupted another delegate, a shifting mass of geometric shapes. "While your species fumbles with rudimentary dimensional physics, we've already transcended into fifth-dimensional exploration. This is akin to a child learning to walk and thinking they've conquered the world." The High Counselor raised an energy tendril, silencing the room. "Captain Walker." It began with an air of finality. "We acknowledge Earth's aspirations to join the galactic community. However, this technology is far too primitive for serious consideration. Your species will remain classified as a Tier 7 civilization until significant advancements are demonstrated." Walker's jaw tightened. Tier 7, barely above pre-spaceflight civilizations. It was a calculated insult, undermining all of humanity's progress. Yet he knew that arguing would only entrench their dismissal. "Thank you for your time, Honorable Council," he replied, inclining his head slightly before turning on his heel. His crew followed in silence. As they exited the chamber, the murmur of mocking laughter trailed behind them. In the corridor, Elisa finally broke her silence, her frustration slipping through. "Those arrogant," she paused, taking a measured breath. "They have no idea what we're truly capable of." "No," Walker agreed softly, ensuring no alien ears were nearby, "and that's exactly how we want it." Robert glanced at his quantum communicator, a hint of a smile curling his lips. "Message from Earth Command. Dr. Stone reports the final tests were a success. The real Infinity is ready." Walker's earlier humiliation dissolved into quiet anticipation. Let them scoff. Let them see humanity as primitive and unworthy. They had no inkling of the hidden labs beneath Earth's surface, or the groundbreaking achievements of Dr. Anna Stone's team, not merely fourth or fifth dimensional travel, but unprecedented access to the seventh dimension itself. As Walker and his officers boarded their modest transport vessel, carefully chosen to maintain their unassuming image, he stole a glance at the massive galactic space station bustling with alien vessels. The distortions of their dimensional drives painted intricate ripples in space-time. Soon, he thought, very soon, they'll understand humanity's strength. He exchanged a knowing smile with his crew. It wasn't in boasting. It was in being underestimated until the perfect moment. The transport detached, gliding toward Earth. The mocking laughter of the council grew fainter with distance. Walker allowed himself a quiet, determined smile. When humans laugh last, he mused, they laugh best. And that moment was fast approaching, faster than anyone in the council could fathom. 3 kilometers below the Pacific Ocean floor, in a facility shrouded in secrecy, Dr. Anna Stone's eyes were locked onto a quantum display, her focus unbroken for hours. The numbers scrolling before her confirmed what had long been considered impossible. Dr. Stone called her assistant, Tom Wells, from a nearby console. The seventh dimensional particle is stable. It's actually stable. The lab buzzed with energy, every surface humming with the power of colossal quantum computers running calculations that would baffle even the most advanced alien scientists. At the heart of the chamber, a sphere of pure energy floated, confined within an intricate containment field worth more than a nation's annual economy. Record everything, Anna commanded, her exhaustion giving way to exhilaration. This is the breakthrough we've been waiting for. Her gaze lingered on the sphere, where reality itself seemed to twist and fold. Encased within was a probe, simultaneously existing in 7 dimensions. The heavy lab doors hissed open, admitting Admiral Thomas Reed. The room seemed to stiffen at his presence, the weight of his authority impossible to ignore. Dr. Stone, he began, Captain Walker reports that the Council has taken the bait. They believe we're struggling with 4th-dimensional travel. Anna allowed herself a small, triumphant smile. If they only knew what we've truly mastered, she said, gesturing toward her screens. The breakthrough wasn't in following their progression 3rd, 4th, 5th dimensions. It came when we asked a different question: why not skip directly to 7? The Admiral's gaze shifted to the containment sphere, marveling at its reality-warping brilliance. And that's what they'll never see coming, he murmured. Their obsession with linear advancement blinds them to alternative approaches. Exactly, Tom interjected, activating a hologram. Imagine a ladder. They're all climbing 1 rung at a time, but we've found a way to leap straight to the top. Dangerous? Yes. Impossible? By their standards, absolutely. But here we are. Anna walked toward a window that overlooked a vast underground chamber. Suspended within an intricate web of energy fields was the true infinity, a marvel of human ingenuity, far beyond what the Galactic Council had been shown. How soon can it launch? The Admiral asked, joining her at the window. The drive is fully stable, Anna replied. We can traverse all 7 dimensions simultaneously. Energy demands are enormous, but we've solved that with 0-point energy collectors. The real challenge was ensuring the crew's survival during dimensional shifts. We created a stable space-time bubble within the ship inside. They'll experience normal 3-dimensional physics, no matter what happens outside. And the weapons, the Admiral's voice carried a quiet intensity. Tom brought up a schematic. When engaged in 7-dimensional space, most conventional weapons can't even reach us. They're designed for 3 to 5 dimensions. To them, we'll barely exist. Anna faced the Admiral, her tone serious. Sir, we must consider the ethical implications. This isn't just an advantage, it's a paradigm shift. We're talking about the power to manipulate reality itself. The Admiral nodded. That's exactly why Earth Command pursued this path. It's not about leveling the playing field, it's about redefining it entirely. An alert chimed softly. Dr. Stone, Tom announced, the final simulations are complete. All systems are green. The Infinity is ready. Anna's heart swelled with pride as she gazed at her life's work. The Council's derision still echoed in her memory, but it no longer mattered. Soon, that laughter would turn to astonishment, then fear, and finally, respect. Send word to Captain Walker, the Admiral ordered. Tell him to prepare his crew. It's time to show the galaxy what humanity can truly achieve. Walker maintained a carefully neutral expression. I don't understand, Honorable Council. You only witnessed our basic 4th-dimensional experiments last week. A towering crystalline being leaned forward, its form refracting light into prismatic colors. Do not insult our intelligence, human. Our deep space sensors detected an anomalous dimensional disturbance near your solar system, activity far beyond your technological capabilities. Another council member, a swirling mass of metallic particles, interjected. We have evidence. Our probes recorded energy signatures consistent with dimensional manipulation surpassing fifth-dimensional thresholds. You have been developing this technology in secret. Walker's mind raced. The real infinity's tests must have caused ripples in spacetime larger than Dr. Stone had anticipated. But there was no way they knew the full scope of the truth, not yet. The High Counselor's crystalline form pulsed with authority. The Coalition of Advanced Races has deliberated and reached a decision. Earth faces two choices: surrender all dimensional research to the Coalition and submit to permanent oversight, or face immediate military action. The ultimatum hung heavy in the air, an unspoken threat as palpable as a blade. Walker could see it, the fear hidden beneath their stern visages. It wasn't humanity's current power they feared, it was what humanity might become if left unchecked. You have 12 Earth hours to decide, the crystalline being declared. Our fleet is already en route to encircle your solar system. Choose wisely, Captain. The transmission cut abruptly, leaving Walker in the dim quiet of the command center. Without hesitation, he activated a secure quantum channel. Admiral Reed's stern face materialized on the holographic display, his expression resolute. "You saw it?" Walker asked. "We all did," Reed replied grimly. "They broadcast the same threat to every human colony and settlement. They're trying to intimidate us into compliance." The Admiral's tone hardened. "But they've given us the perfect opportunity to show our hand." Walker nodded firmly. "The real infinity is ready. Dr. Stone finalized her adjustments just an hour ago. The seventh-dimensional drive is fully operational." And he added, "The other 5 ships in the fleet are complete as well." A subtle smile tugged at Reed's lips. "They think they're coming to put us in our place. Instead, they're about to witness the greatest leap in dimensional technology the galaxy has ever seen." The next few hours unfolded in a blur of frenetic preparation, while the alien fleet amassed at the edge of the solar system. Boasting over 300 ships, Earth's forces quietly readied their counterstrike. The decoy Infinity discreetly docked at its underwater base, and Walker led his crew aboard the true Infinity, humanity's crown jewel. Inside the ship's command center, Walker felt a swell of pride. While outwardly similar to the decoy, the real Infinity was revolutionary. Streams of seventh-dimensional energy pulsed visibly through transparent conduits lining the walls, and every station monitored phenomena that alien scientists wouldn't even begin to comprehend. "All stations report ready," Captain First Officer Robert Pine announced. "Dr. Stone is aboard and has initiated the dimensional drive startup sequence." Walker surveyed his crew, a collection of Earth's finest minds, each hand-picked and trained in absolute secrecy for this moment. "Signal the other ships," he ordered. "We launch in 1 hour." Sir Lisa Gray called from her engineering console. "The alien fleet is assuming attack positions. Their dimensional weapons are charging." "Let them," Walker replied evenly. "They think we're primitive children playing with forces we don't understand." He lowered himself into the captain's chair, eyes on the holographic display as the seventh-dimensional drive began its low, resonant hum. Time to show them what humanity can do when pushed to the edge. High above Earth, the alien fleet hovered ominously, their massive vessels dark against the stars. Their commanders smirked with overconfidence, believing the battle would be little more than pest control. Inside the Infinity, Dr. Stone worked rapidly at her station, her hands darting over holographic controls. "Their fleet is transmitting a final warning," Robert announced. "We have 5 minutes to surrender." Walker pressed a button on his chair. "This is Captain Walker to all Earth vessels. Activate dimensional shields and prepare for simultaneous launch." Deep within the Infinity's core, the seventh-dimensional drive roared to life, a defiance of conventional physics. Reality itself seemed to ripple and distort around the ship. "Drive at 90%, Dr. Stone reported, her voice calm but firm. "Reality matrix is stable. Dimensional bubble holding steady," Launch Walker commanded. The Infinity and its 5 sister ships erupted from their underwater base, tearing through the ocean's surface in a breathtaking display of power. Above, the alien fleet shifted uneasily, their confidence waning as the Earth ships emerged. Enemy vessels are locking weapons, Lisa reported. Fifth-dimensional cannons are fully charged. Let them fire, Walker said softly, a calm certainty in his tone. Dr. Stone, take us beyond. Dr. Stone nodded and activated the drive at full power. Inside the ship, reality twisted, the view screens alive with colors and shapes that defied explanation. The infinity phased into a state that transcended conventional space. The alien fleet opened fire, unleashing devastating beams of fifth-dimensional energy capable of tearing space-time asunder. Yet, the Earth ships were untouched, their forms flickering, intangible. The alien weapons passed harmlessly through them, as if they weren't there. What's happening? An alien commander demanded, his 6 eyes blinking rapidly in confusion. Why aren't our weapons connecting? Inside the infinity, Dr. Stone allowed herself a small smile. We're existing simultaneously in 7 dimensions. Their weapons are calibrated for realities they can perceive, but we're far beyond their reach. Walker leaned forward. Show them what we're capable of. Take us through their fleet. The infinity surged forward, not in any way the alien fleet could comprehend. It phased, appearing and disappearing, bypassing ships entirely or existing briefly within them without causing harm. Their sensors spiraled into chaos. They can't track us, Robert reported, barely suppressing a grin. We're everywhere and nowhere. The alien fleet broke formation, ships scattering in confusion as the Earth vessels moved like spectral apparitions. On the Galactic Council's emergency channel, panic spread like wildfire. Impossible. They've mastered 7th-dimensional travel. They've shattered every known law of physics. Not shattered, Dr. Stone murmured, even though they couldn't hear her. We simply rewrote them. Walker opened a channel to the alien fleet. This is Captain James Walker of Earth. As you've seen, we're far from primitive. Your weapons are useless. Your shields can't hold us. We exist in dimensions your science hasn't even imagined. The infinity phased through an alien flagship, reappearing unscathed on the other side. Walker continued, his voice steady. We could destroy your fleet right now, tear your ships into separate dimensions, or collapse space-time around you. But we won't. Because unlike you, we don't believe in preying on those who are different. The command center fell silent as they awaited the alien response. Finally, the High Counselor's trembling voice broke through. What are your terms? Simple, Walker replied. Withdraw your fleet. Acknowledge Earth as an equal in the galactic community. And remember this day not as the day Earth surrendered, but as the day you learned appearances can deceive. The 6 Earth ships formed a luminous circle, their drives casting brilliant distortions through space-time. In that moment, every alien commander understood the truth: the galaxy's balance of power had irrevocably shifted. And it had all shifted because they had made the oldest mistake in existence: they underestimated humanity. In the hours that followed the Infinity's demonstration, chaos rippled across the galaxy. The alien fleet remained motionless, their once mighty weapons powerless against Earth's 7th-dimensional technology. Inside their ships, sensors sparked and overloaded as they struggled to comprehend the incomprehensible. Another scan attempt from the flagship, Lisa reported from her station aboard the Infinity. Their systems are literally melting as they try to analyze our dimensional signature. Dr. Stone, calmly monitoring the readings on her console, nodded. They can't comprehend it. It's like trying to understand a cube when you only perceive in 2 dimensions. Their science is too linear. Captain Walker stood at the center of the bridge, his gaze steady on the holographic display. It showed the 6 Earth ships maintaining perfect formation around the alien fleet, each vessel flickering and shifting as it phased through multiple realities. Sir Robert called out, "We're receiving thousands of transmissions from across the galaxy." Everyone saw what just happened. The Galactic Council's communication channels are completely jammed. A series of explosions dotted the void as several alien ships' sensor arrays overloaded, unable to process the impossible data pouring in from the Earth vessels. The aliens had never encountered anything like it, ships that defied the very laws of physics they had long believed absolute. Captain Dr. Stone interrupted, her voice taking on a sharper tone. "I'm detecting something unusual. Their dimensional drives are destabilizing just from being near us. Our 7-dimensional field is interfering with their systems." Walker opened a channel to the alien fleet. "This is Captain Walker. I strongly recommend powering down your dimensional drives immediately. The distortions from our ships are interacting with your technology in dangerous ways. We don't want any accidents." The response was immediate. Across the alien fleet, ships began shutting down their drives, their vast armada rendered inert, adrift in space. Their most advanced technologies had become liabilities in the face of humanity's achievement. Inside one alien vessel, a panicked sensor operator turned to their commander. "Sir, the human ships. They're everywhere at once. They exist at every point in space around us simultaneously." Overhearing the transmission, Dr. Stone allowed herself a small, knowing smile. "They're not entirely wrong," she murmured. "We're not just moving through space, we're moving through dimensional planes, existing in multiple realities simultaneously." To emphasize her point, she made a subtle adjustment to the infinity's dimensional field. For a brief moment, the ship appeared to split into countless duplicates, each existing in a slightly different reality, before seamlessly merging back into one. Horrified, the alien commanders watched as their most advanced tracking systems failed spectacularly. Each time they thought they had a lock on an Earth ship, the vessel would shift into another dimension, becoming as intangible as a phantom. Captain Lisa suddenly called out, her console lighting up with alarms. "Several alien ships are showing structural stress. Their hulls aren't built to handle exposure to this many-dimensional fields." Walker acted swiftly, opening a fleet-wide channel. "All Earth ships, increase dimensional separation." "We don't want to accidentally tear their fleet apart," he paused briefly, then added, "unless they give us a reason to." In perfect synchrony, the 6 Earth ships adjusted their positions, gliding effortlessly through dimensions. To the alien observers, it appeared as though reality itself was fracturing around them. Space twisted, light refracted into impossible colors, and the fabric of the universe bent under humanity's command. Back at the Galactic Council, panic had given way to stunned silence. The alien races who had once mocked Earth's primitive technology now sat transfixed, watching as Earth's ships demonstrated mastery over dimensions they hadn't even theorized. "Status report," Walker called out, his voice calm amidst the chaos. "All systems nominal," Dr. Stone replied. "The 7th-dimensional matrix is perfectly stable. We could maintain this state indefinitely." Walker nodded, a faint smile crossing his face. The aliens had demanded to see humanity's capabilities, and now they were witnessing them, a sight that shattered their understanding of reality. 2 days after the confrontation, Earth revealed the full scope of its power. From concealed bases scattered across the solar system, 30 additional 7th-dimensional ships emerged. Each vessel shimmered with energies that defied description, taking formation around Earth. Their mere presence sent ripples through space, further cementing humanity's dominance. Standing on the Infinity's bridge, Walker observed the final ships falling into formation. "Open a channel to the Galactic Council," he ordered. "Broadcast this galaxy-wide." The holographic display came to life, revealing a council chamber in utter disarray. The once proud alien leaders who had jeered at Earth now sat silent, their faces etched with disbelief as they beheld the true extent of Earth's fleet. "Honorable Council," Walker began, his tone measured but commanding. "As you can see, the 6 ships you initially saw were just the beginning. Earth has been preparing for this moment for a very long time." Dr. Stone stepped forward, her calm demeanor underscoring the gravity of her words. "What you're witnessing is Earth's fully operational 7th-dimensional fleet. Each ship carries technology that your science deemed impossible. We didn't just master dimensional travel, we redefined it." The High Counselor's crystalline form flickered uneasily. "How long?" it asked hesitantly. "Have you been hiding this capability?" Walker's expression remained composed. "Long enough. While you mocked our early experiments with fourth-dimensional physics, we were looking beyond. Where your races climb dimensions one step at a time, humanity leaps." As if on cue, the Earth fleet executed a synchronized dimensional shift. 36 ships phased through realities, their movements creating a display of power so overwhelming that alien sensors shorted out across the fleet. "Your fleet is surrounded," Walker continued. "Your weapons are useless, your technology ineffective. By your own laws, we have achieved total tactical superiority." The crystalline being that had once derided Earth's efforts spoke again, its voice trembling. What are your terms?" "Simple," Walker replied. "Earth demands recognition as a full member of the Galactic Council, with all the rights and privileges therein. Hostilities against Earth and its colonies must cease immediately. And finally, we propose a new era of scientific cooperation with appropriate safeguards." The council chamber erupted into hushed discussions, but it was clear the decision had already been made. The alien leaders, faced with the undeniable evidence of humanity's superiority, could do little but agree. As the Earth fleet powered down its weapons, maintaining its dimensional defenses, Walker delivered one final message. "Let this day serve as a reminder. Never underestimate those you consider lesser. Somewhere out there, another species may be thinking differently, seeing possibilities you cannot imagine." The Earth fleet held its position, a testament to human ingenuity and restraint. The age of mockery had ended. The age of cooperation had begun.